why I lived in California, did some acting classes.
Oh, there you go.
Just so you know, this is live on the record here. I had one agent in my 15 years of being there who got me 2 auditions the entire time I was there. 2. One was because I was supposed to drive my car. They were looking for cars that looked like what I had at the time, and it was I don't know why, it was an old beat up Saturn Ion. So maybe they just wanted kind of a beat up car. I don't even remember what the commercial was for. And then I did go out for a Bud Light commercial once. So,
Nice.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
I've
it.
never had that experience. That sounds so nerve wracking to me, but
It was. I'm typically not nervous in front of people, which took me a while to get to. That's a story for another time because I'm always I'm an extrovert as kind of an individual, but I was scared to get in front of large groups of audience, but I forced myself to. I'll tell you that story. It took me a while, but learned to cope.
that's interesting.
Now I can get in front of anybody and it doesn't matter.
There's an old like Jerry Seinfeld skit where he's talking about people's number one fear is public speaking.
Yep.
And he goes, the number one fear is public speaking. He goes, the number 2 fear is death. He goes, that means the average person would rather be, if they had to be at a funeral, they'd rather be in the casket than delivering the eulogy. It's like a classic Jerry Seinfeld skit, but the public speaking thing is a real thing. Like it strikes people, there's something about being judged by a lot of people all at once that like our social, nature. I don't know what it is. Someone has a lot of research on it, I'm sure, but I would imagine like all the big Zooms that are going on where you have like 15 people on a Zoom, probably the reason why everyone's so exhausted is because they're like feeling like they're being judged by 15 people at once all the time. And you're seeing yourself and you're seeing the 15 people. And so we'll have a lot of good research, I would imagine, in the coming years about what that does to people.
Well, you do expel a lot of energy. So like you even talk to advisors that do workshops and classes, you're super jazzed up. You're excited. You're giving all this energy out, at least if it's a good presenter.
Mm-hmm.
There's some,
right. You'd hope there's some energy,
but I remember I was doing, and I know we only have a few minutes left, but there was this one workshop I did. It was 6 hours on a Saturday. And it was like going deep into every financial topic. By the way, I cut that down to an hour and a half eventually because I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yep.
But I would get home and Christina, my wife, would be like, she knew just to leave me on the couch.
You're done. You're going to watch some TV.
And just like the energy's gone, like it sucked it out of you for that day. And that kind of happened out of, you would be really high after a presentation. Like I did some big sales kickoff meetings, some brand kickoff meetings in the past, and some local distributors going over some energy drinks, 6 a.m. in the morning. And then, you'd be jazzed up for like an hour and then all of a sudden you just crash for the rest of the day. It was kind of crazy, but
no, it's so true. What you get, where your energy comes from, what gets you energized, what gets you kind of, what knocks you out. I mean, you got to find that. You got to figure out how to balance yourself out. I got to go, get into a workout routine or something, but I've got a lot of ups and downs throughout the day because of that, and at the end of a day of Zooming, like you're just kind of, you got to hit the couch. But your kids are getting home and now you're kind of you got to have the energy for them. And so, now we're getting into, life advice, and I don't have any for people on that front. Just hang on and figure it out.